Morning, everyone. My name is Mr. Thompson, but you can call me Hunter if you'd like. Welcome to our first group session on dealing with stress and anxiety. To start out, I want everyone to get to know each other, so we're going to do a little icebreaker, all right? What I want everybody to do is write 3 questions starting with the word if. For example, I would write the question, if you had $1 million, what would you buy? I would then place it in the pile for someone to pick up, and that person would answer. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, so what we're going to do right now then is write down on a piece of paper our questions, and then we're going to pick from the pile and just go around the room. All right?
Sounds good.
All right. Alrighty. So, who wants to start first?
I will.
All right, go ahead, Andrea.
My first one is, if you could talk to anyone in the world, who would it be? I would have to say Kylie Jenner. I really look up to her. She's really good at makeup and she's famous.
There you go.
My second one would be, if you could wish one thing to come true this year, what would it be? Probably to meet Kylie Jenner in person and maybe go to lunch with her.
So
Get
what you're
to know her.
saying, is that you really like this Kylie Jenner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or any Kardashian.
Uh-huh.
Even Kim. Or Chloe. My last one is, if you could live in any period of history, when would it be? Probably like the early 1900s, when it's, just real history or some buggy.
Very nice, very nice. Hope you don't get sick or anything.
I know. Very bad.
Can I go next?
Yes. Go ahead, Red.
If you could change anything about yourself, what would you change? I think if I could change anything, I would work on my work ethic because I tend to procrastinate a lot and I think then I get stressed out about schoolwork. My next question is, if you could be someone else, who would you be? I think I'm going to have to agree with Andrea because I really like Kylie Jenner and she's famous and that would be kind of cool. And then my last one is, if you could have any question answered, what would it be? I think I would probably want to know when I die.
Wow, that's pretty deep right there.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll finish it off here with some good questions.
Alrighty.
If you can go anywhere in the world, where would you go? I'd probably go to Paris, France, because it's beautiful there, and I'd really like to visit it sometime.
Snails? You like snails? That's cargo.
Never had, but I'd like to try. My second question is, if I gave you $10,000, what would you spend it on? I would have to say I'd invest into some Bitcoin or something, maybe solar power.
Very profitable.
And the third one, if you could watch your favorite movie now, what would it be? Probably Avengers. I enjoy a superhero movie.
A solid choice. Let's see what I got. If you could watch your favorite TV show now, what would it be? Oh man. Well, Hulu just got a bunch of King of the Hill episodes, so I'd probably binge watch that. I love propane and propane accessories. If you could have any kind of pet, what would you have? Oh man, I'd probably say one of those little capuchin monkeys. I think those guys are pretty smart. If you could do your dream job 10 years from now, what would it be? Ooh, that's a tough one. I'd probably say a UPS driver. I've always thought that would be pretty fun. What do you guys think?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, so that was a lot of fun. Maybe for me it was, anyways. Now that we know each other a little bit better and we're a little more comfortable, let's go around the room and introduce ourselves, okay? And just share an activity or something that we like to do outside of school. Feel free to ask any questions when someone's finished sharing. All right, so I'll go ahead and start. My name is Hunter. I like to play tennis. I played when I was in high school, something I really enjoyed because it can be either a team sport when you play doubles or an individual sport. I also like to sport shoot when I have time, but it can get pretty expensive. Anybody have questions?
Yeah, I got one.
Yes.
When is tennis season for the guys team? I might be interested in playing.
My man. Boys tennis starts up in late February and goes until May. I am also the coach.
Hunter, where do you shoot at?
I usually shoot at a range in Chico, but sometimes at my wife's parents' dairy in Willows. Andrea, do you want to go next?
Sure. My name is Andrea, and I like to drive around town with my friends and go to Starbucks for fun. I also like to go on Pinterest and find cool arts and crafts to make.
Very nice. Do you have any particular that you're working on currently?
Right now I'm working on a collage of my brother and his fiance for a Christmas present.
Awesome. Sounds like a great gift. Levi, would you like to go next?
Yeah, my name's Levi. I really like to go hunting. Duck hunting is by far my favorite, but I've gone dove hunting and other birds too.
Have you ever gone pig hunting?
I've always wanted to, but I've never had the opportunity.
Very nice. Thank you for sharing, Levi. It sounds like a lot of fun. I appreciate everybody's interaction. You know, when we all interact, it makes for a much more enjoyable and meaningful session. Riley, do you want to share?
Okay. Hi, I'm Riley. My favorite thing to do outside of school is to raise animals. I have 3 goats, a pig, and some chickens right now.
Do you ever take them to fair, Riley?
Yes, I take the goats to FFA.
What is the biggest animal you've raised?
I think the biggest animal I've ever raised was a steer. His name was Ricky, but he was super mean and he kicked me once.
Jeez. Well, thank you for sharing. That doesn't sound very fun, but you all have very unique hobbies outside the classroom, and it's great to get to know you better. Now that we're a little more comfortable, I want to set some ground rules just to make sure that these sessions don't end up hurting anybody's feelings or breaking any kind of trust that we establish here. So first off and foremost, the information shared by fellow students in this group is confidential. No one is to repeat what other students say in this group. If it is brought to my attention that information is being shared, the game plan is to just remove that student from the group. Does that sound like a fair punishment to you guys?
Yeah.
Alrighty. I won't share any information about what happens in the group unless it has to do with someone else being in harm's way or yourself. So if you're going to hurt somebody, you're going to hurt yourself, or somebody's going to hurt you, that's the only time I'm going to have to break confidentiality. Second, respect one another. No one is to make anybody feel bad or make fun of another student. This is a safe environment where we can share our thoughts. Finally, no one is expected to participate in anything that makes him or her uncomfortable. If you do not wish to answer a question or do something, you have that right. Does anybody need clarification on my expectations on how the class will behave?
No, I think we're good.
Awesome. Now, just briefly, I want to hear from everybody here what you expect to gain from attending these sessions. What's your goal to walk away with? Andrea?
I don't want to be stressed out by my parents.
Alrighty, Riley?
I really want to get into a good school and get better grades.
Okay. Levi?
I don't want to be stressed out at work anymore.
Okay. Now, those are all really valid stresses that are in your life. It's my expectation that we can figure out ways to alleviate these stressors and work on goals to keep us from being overwhelmed. With that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and call it a day, and we can meet up at the same time on Thursday. Alrighty? Have a good day, everybody.
Thank you,
Thank
you
you.
too.